What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so yesterday was game 4, I believe, of the series between the Nuggets and the Clippers. Coming into this series, the Clippers had a 2-1 lead, and the Clippers, of course, and Clipper fans were hoping that they could take a 3-1 lead, which would be commanding. But, knowing the history of the Clippers, that's not insurmountable. The Nuggets, on the other hand, were hoping to win this particular game, take back home court advantage, and definitely make this a very competitive series. And let me say this. I criticized Nikola Jokic a little bit on this channel, more his fans than anything. But Jokic played like an MVP yesterday. Make no mistake about it. Jokic was phenomenal, especially that huge shot that he made over Zubac, that leaning, fading, high arcing, impossible fall away jumper that he made down the stretch. Just unbelievable stuff, man. Nikola Jokic, 36 points, 21 rebounds, 8 assists, 14 of 25 from the floor, 3 of 6 from three-point range, 5 of 6 at the line. Nikola Jokic was the best player on the floor last night in that game. Michael Porter Jr., 17 points, 6-11 from the floor, 4 of 7 from three-point range. Jamal Murray did not shoot the ball well at all. From my memory, I've been looking at most of these series, so forgive me if sometimes I get a little bit fuzzy as far as how a particular player, especially a role player, may be doing in this series. But from what I can recall, I don't think Jamal Murray's had a great series so far as shooting the basketball or being dominant. 13 points, 5 of 17 from the floor, 1 of 5 from three-point range. So, look, if Jokic fans want to criticize Murray in this series, I can't say anything. He really hasn't been, I think, that strong. Bron had 17 points, 8 of 19, only 1 of 7 from three-point range. But Aaron Gordon, his stats don't jump out at you. 14 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. But, man, did he have the biggest shot in Nuggets, I won't say Nuggets history, but the biggest shot this season for the Nuggets. That put-back slam dunk off, I believe it was a Jokic miss, just before time expired. I mean, literally, as he's finishing his dunk, as he's completing his dunk, the light goes on and the clock expires. He just got it off. And with that dunk, and it was, when I looked at the replay, I saw that it was good. The officials saw it was good. So it ends with a dramatic 101-99 victory for the Nuggets over the Clippers that ties the series at 2 games apiece. Kawhi Leonard had 20, I believe he had 23 points. I think he had 23 or 24 points, 10 of 22 from the floor, 2 of 5 from three-point range. But I thought that Kawhi took some ill-advised shots down the stretch. I think, and I agree with something Ticket TV said, I think the Clippers should not have moved away from Norman Powell. He was part of that big run that they made down the stretch. Even though Kawhi was part of it too, especially on the defensive end. But I think they should have kept going. Norman Powell, he had the hot hand, 22 points, 7 of 13 from the floor, 4 of 8 from three-point range, but it just went away from him. And I think they should have kept going with him. He was the hot hand. He was part of that, I think it was a 32-9 run, which helped to get the Clippers back into the game after being down like 20 or something like that. More than 20, I think. So I didn't understand that. Zubac had a great game, 19 points, 12 rebounds. I don't have James Harden's numbers in front of me. I think that offensively he was okay, but he's not the same James Harden that he was 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. That he's not that James Harden. But James Harden is still a great facilitator, and it stretches and spurts. He could, have these vintage Harden performances as far as scoring, down the stretch. Every now and then he might have a flashback James Harden game every 10 to 15, games or something. But this is a very winnable game down the stretch for the Clippers. The Nuggets just finished better. Russell Westbrook did not play in this game. I like to say that Russell Westbrook provided inspiration from the bench. But man, this is a great, great series right here, and I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know how it's going to play out. Now that the Clippers have lost this one, honestly, if I had to be a bettor, I would give the edge to the Nuggets. I do think this, though. I think me personally, I think the next game is in what? The next game is in Denver, right? I think it's very important that Denver wins the next game. I think it's very important that Denver wins the next game, because if they don't and they go down 3-2 in this series, then they have to win 2 games in a row. And, it just seems like it's hard for, as well as the Clippers been playing as of recent, it's kind of hard, unless you're an elite team, to beat the Clippers 2 games in a row. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can catch the Clippers slipping, but it's hard for a team to beat them in a series. At least I think the Clippers and the Nuggets, it'll be hard for them to win 2 games in a row. Excuse me. So I think it's very important that the Nuggets win this game coming up. And, a lot of that also has to do with the inconsistency of the Nuggets bench. The Clippers are a deeper team. And another point I want to make, I should have made this point earlier. The Nuggets are not getting as much production from their bench as the Clippers are. The Clippers are a lot deeper. And as the series progresses, you're going to start having the fatigue factor. As a matter of fact, that's one reason why I think Jamal Murray is struggling a bit, because if I'm not mistaken, he already had some issues with his legs, right? So if you're not getting a lot of production from the bench, you're going to start having problems with guys playing extended minutes. The series progresses, the guys playing every other day, so that could be a factor. So I think Game 5 is very important for Denver to win at home. If they somehow lose that game, I think that they're in serious jeopardy of losing this series. But anyway, that's just my take on that. Tell me what you guys think.